to ensure that the abdomen, as you notice when you touch the abdomen, sometimes it's hard. We want it relaxed. Okay? Relax. Now, how do we have the patient to have a more relaxed abdomen? Sometimes we ask the patient, we put a pillow below the knee, under the knee. So one more bag, put the pillow below the knee. One more bag.
किताब है उसका आलम
No for that again, please.
Okay. So, okay. No photos. Down. Okay, now, who wants to do proper draping? Go. Go, my friend. Drape.
I cover the chest, the nipple line and the pubic surface.
Okay, using a 2 blanket, first, you put the blanket on top. At what level?
पुरानी
Put your hands on the side. Okay. Expose the abdomen. Okay. And then below, okay. So as you can see, the abdomen is already exposed, right? The chest is not exposed because we're not going to examine the chest.
It's okay, relax.
The lower part is not exposed. Okay? So next, what do you do next? You inspect or look at the abdomen, look at the contour, the skin. He has a very flat abdomen. Right? Very flat. Okay, what else? The umbilicus is on the proper location. It's not inverted. Okay. What else? There's no scars. There's no abnormal pulsation. Okay. Quiet. Okay. So there's no abnormal pulsation. There's no striae. There's no any other lesions in the abdomen. Okay. Next. What do we do next? Auscultate. I forgot to answer did you someone stethoscope? Okay, now we auscultate for the what? Bowel sounds.
Sounds.
Or you do auscultate for the bowel sounds. Okay. The 4 quadrants. Okay, now make sure that the stethoscope is not cold. Okay, so how do you do that? Simply by rubbing in your hand. Okay, why? Because if it's cold, the tendency is as it touches the abdomen of the patient, the abdomen will contract. Okay, so as much as possible, warm it up first. Okay, so do it. Okay. This is how you put on the stethoscope. Look. Okay, go. And then, first, you do the 4 quadrants first. The right upper quadrant. Okay. The right upper quadrant. The left upper quadrant. Okay. Around 15 seconds. Okay. And then the right lower quadrant. Okay. And then the left lower quadrant. Now next, you will auscultate for the presence of bruits. Where? In the aorta first, abdominal aorta. Where is the abdominal aorta? Usually along the epigastric region. So, why did you stop? No, auscultate for bruits. See? Now, Auscultate, the epigastric region is usually here. So, auscultate for bruits. Okay? Now, in the right renal artery, just below that, right?
That's
Right side. Okay? And then, left side. Okay? Then, above the level of the umbilicus is the iliac artery. Right side.
Right
They're
side.
they're always pair, right?
Mm.
The renal and the iliac are pair. Okay, next is in the left, iliac artery, and then the femoral no more. That's too low already, or too much. Okay, next, it's auscultate and then percuss. Okay, how do you percuss?
2-finger tap.
Okay, if you percuss, the only one in contact with the abdomen should be this part. Okay, this part, not like this. Okay, like this. You get it? Not the whole hand. Okay, now like this, and then try to hit the what? The DIP or the nail. The the easiest is the DIP. Try to hit the DIP with the, what do you call this one? Flex. You didn't. No, not reflex. You were not taught how to percuss?
No.
No?
No. She did not demonstrate.
Okay, like this. Right now, the motion is on the wrist. Okay? Do you get it? Tympanitic. Quiet first. Did you hear it? Tympanitic. Okay? That is tympanitic. Ay, sorry. Tympanitic. Oh, you try. You try. Oh, who wants to try another patient, another doctor? No, you try and then one more. Who wants to try? Okay, try. Okay, you do it first. Okay, so this way, and then try to hit the DIP. Okay, not this way. Can you see? This way. Not, you see, oh. No.
Wrist ko ito.
Okay? The wrist, not. You will practice, eventually you will hear it. Okay? Okay. You try. Okay. Oh, no. Quadrant first. The right upper quadrant first, right? Okay. Okay, so you'll practice with your group, okay? Do it. There's no right and wrong. It's a learning thing. Look at what it's doing. See? It should be like this. It's the wrist. Okay, not. See? Look at what it's doing, ah. Okay, go. Okay, it should be. No. Only the wrist will move. Okay, anyways, you will eventually get it. Okay? So only the wrist will move. It will hard like this. Okay, again, what is the percussion note in the abdomen?
Tympanic.
Majority, tympanitic. Okay, tympanitic. So that will be percussion. Now, we want to know the liver. We will evaluate the liver. Okay, now where is the liver usually?
Right upper quadrant.
Right upper quadrant. Now, first thing we should do is to measure liver span. Okay, liver span. Now, where do we start measuring the liver span? First, let's divide it into two borders, the upper border and the lower border. Okay? Now, for the lower border, you start at the level of the umbilicus. Okay? Now, you start with the mid-clavicular. You know what's mid-clavicular?
Yes.
Where is mid-clavicular? Here.
This line.
Clavicle, mid-clavicular. So in the middle of the clavicle. Okay. Now, draw an imaginary line in the middle of the clavicle. Now, up to the point of the umbilicus. So, imagine, so probably here. Okay. So, you start percussing from the level of the umbilicus up. O, go. Percuss. Percuss. So, as he percuss, what is the expected sound in that area? Tympanitic. Tympanitic, right? Okay, so, percuss, okay, percuss, tympanitic, o up, tympanitic, tympanitic, tympanitic. Now, up to a point where you hear dullness. Okay, so the tympanitic will suddenly become dull. Now, if it becomes dull, that would be the point or the lower border of the liver. Excuse me. That will be the lower border of your liver. So you mark with a erasable pen or something. Okay? Now, next is the upper border of the liver. Why do we start first? Why do we start at the level of the umbilicus? Why not the subcostal area here? Why do we have to start why do we have to start on the umbilicus? Isn't that too low already? Huh? Why do you think we should start? Yes, because if it's enlarged, usually we have to know, because normally it should be around the subcostal area. But if it's enlarged, if you start with the subcostal area, you might feel dull already. Right? So we have to start below that. So below that is around the umbilicus. Now, for the upper border, where do we start? At the level of the nipple. So again, percuss at the level of the nipple. Go. Mid-clavicular line. Oh, see? Not mid-clavicular, my friend. It's not mid-clavicular. You're percussing in the sternal region already. Which is what? What is the percussion note in the sternal region? Huh? Dull. Dull. There's a bone eh. Right? There's a bone in the sternal region, so it's dull. Okay? So, mid-clavicular. Where's the mid-clavicular?
At the line of the
Mid-clavicular.
nipple.
In the middle of the clavicle. Around here, around that area. Okay, so, now, as he percuss, what is the percussion note in the thorax?
Resonance.
Resonant. Okay, so, percuss, resonant. Okay, down. Okay, so, as you can see, percuss, resonant, and then resonant, dull. So that dull area will be the upper border of the liver. Okay, now, you measure the distance between the lower border and the upper border. That is the liver span. Okay, liver span, mid-clavicular region. Why? Because there's also a liver span, sternal or mid-sternal. Okay, there's a different normal. So when you're going to relay a message, you have to be specific what liver span you're pertaining to. So, what is the normal liver span? 6 to 12 centimeters mid-clavicular line. Okay? Do you understand this one? Who doesn't understand, before we go on further, who doesn't understand liver percussion?